So much has happened that I don't know where to start, and it may sound really confused, but I was in the middle of trying to get a civil order of protection um, against the guy in the cottage next door, and because I had there was a run-in between us that there was a bunch of snow, and he piled up the snow so that it would run into the foundation of my house. So I pushed it back over to that side, and this was at night, and I had gone to bed, and I heard him out there shoveling again, and I went out there, and he was furiously shoveling the snow onto my foundation and saying, "Stay off his property." And just, we had an argument, and so he was throwing the snow close to me, and I thought it was going to hit my face, and I told him, if the snow touches me, I'm going to call the police, which I did. And so they suggested I do an order of protection, which I did that. But I asked him, not the officer, but I asked the guy what his name was several times, and he wouldn't give it to me. And so I went and tried to file the protection order, and they said without a name that I can't file it. So I tried to go to lawyers, and I tried to go to just different places to try to have them investigate and try to find out what this guy's name is. And no luck. I just couldn't do it. I just came up against a blank wall. And so, but that happened. And then I tried to call the officer back and left a message, and he never returned my calls. And so there's a distemper outbreak amongst the raccoons in this area, and it's a real bad situation. And this guy feeds the raccoons and feeds the cats, of course, and I think he does bad things to them because they get drugged. My cat does, but I guess he's not gonna harm my cat, because I don't know what he thinks I'm gonna do, and I certainly would do something if he took my cat. But I mean, I would get somebody to listen to me for sure. But I was, the other day, it was early in the morning, and it was in the morning, and I was on my front porch, and I looked back towards his cottage, and on his porch there was a raccoon, and it was just like, I thought it was dead, but I think it had to have been drugged, because it was just sound asleep, and it started to stir a little bit, and so from there, and the guy came out and looked all surprised, that there was a raccoon on his porch, and the raccoon had his face in the bowl, he had woken up, and then he put his, kind of put his face back into the food bowl. So I had a strong suspicion that he had been drugged, and that this guy had plans, for him. And so then I think I just kept an eye on this raccoon. The guy tried to get him out from under. The raccoon did get up and go underneath the guy's van, and the guy tried to get him to come out. And and then after the guy, I think the raccoon did get out from under the van, but not while the guy was around. The guy, he went over and laid down by the side of my house, still on that side, but same place where the snow was thrown on the foundation. And so I just kept checking on the animal all day long, and it was just kind of sleeping all day long, and would just stayed there. And so I did call the animal services, and they said that there was a distemper outbreak, and so I had been having an ongoing